Yo, 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 greetings everyone, and welcome to our special meeting. Today is Wednesday, the 19th of February, 2025. Wow, 2025, guys, here we are. Here we are. We thank God for life. We thank God for keeping us alive onto this day. I want to bless all of you here. I'm seeing great leaders all over the world in this arena. So you guys are doing great job, not forgetting all those that in the Bangladesh community, the Philippines community, Asia, India, USA, Europe, Africa. Oh my word, you guys are wonderful. Today, guys, the admin will not be here. Admin Scott will not be here today. So he's having a crucial meeting with our partners, our sponsors. Remember, we have been talking about these sponsors for some time now, and they call him for a very crucial meeting. So that's why he's not here today. So definitely he'll be here next week and he'll be updating us. All right, he'll be updating us about the meeting. Okay, I don't know what the meeting is all about. Okay, I don't know what the meeting is all about. So we're just going to wait till next week and have some updates from the administration. Okay, so that being said, I'm going to be your host for today, and we shall be discussing. All right, we are going to look at the we are going to look at the blog and discuss some of the things that really matters. A lot of things happening in the blog. So, guys, I would really like to have your honest contribution after this. All right, like to have your honest contribution as we discuss this blog, and of course, um, questioning. A lot of questions will not really be necessary. We really expect that next week we'll have some good news. We want a lot of positivity. We want a lot of positivity. That is what I need in this meeting. Okay, that is what I need. And that's why I'll be sharing my screen in some few seconds. And we shall be going into the blog to discuss. So make sure you stay muted. Make sure you stay very attentive. And as we ride on in this, our beautiful meeting. Okay, so I'm trying to find where this share button is. Okay, here we are. All right, all right. So guys, first of all, we need to discuss this, right? Founders discussions on SBC rewards. All right, founders discussion. I think that's the first thing we need to talk about. Um, then from there, we shall talk about the rest, okay, as we are moving forward. All right. So the topic here, founders discussion on SBC rewards, February 7th. SBC reward, February 7th, 2024. So I'm just going to read, guys, just the way the admin wrote it here. The results of our poll were, to be honest, quite revealing. First, the poll sparked a division within the community, some advocating for progress, others for compassion. I understand both perspectives. Second, it had an interesting effect. You may have noticed that our Telegram group grew by nearly 100 members. Why did that happen? Was it a rallying call to action or an attempt to influence the results? What I observed was an awakening. Dormant members took notice and new voices emerged from those who had been silent. Of course, guys, we know that there was a poll, right? There was a poll that took place in our Telegram group, and that sparkled a lot of reactions, some for compassion, right? Some for compassion, and others were advocating for progress, right? If you're not in a Telegram group, please make sure you get into the Telegram group. It's very, very important that you are there and always ask questions. When in the Telegram group, we have great leaders there helping, doing everything possible to help you so that you can really understand if you are still new or maybe a coming back leader. Okay, let's continue, guys. Third, the pool was not fully representative of our entire community. Out of 361 votes, 65% supported action on expired accounts, while 35% advocated for compassion toward those struggling. However, only 17% of the Telegram group participated, and just 4.5% of the total active SBC community voted. All right, so that is a result, guys. All right, that's a result. That is not a clear victory for either side. I have updated our sponsors. That's the admin saying, right? I have updated our sponsors on this debate, and I was encouraged by the passion from both perspectives. While some may see this as division, I see it as engagement. In the last 48 hours, more members have joined the Telegram group than ever before. Most discussions remain civil, and to my knowledge, no one had to be removed from disruptive behavior. All right, nobody had to be removed, right, from any disruptive behavior, right? Acknowledging both sides. I want to acknowledge and appreciate both sides of the debates. It is discussion like this that strengthen our community. So guys, we saw how the Telegram group was really active on these debates. I want to, admin continue by saying that said, here is my decision. We will not zero out the wallets of inactive members for two key reasons. All right, meaning that admin is not going to put the inactive accounts to zero or their wallets to zero. So that will not happen for two reasons. One, SBC cannot be used when an account is inactive. All right, SBC cannot be used when an account is inactive. Two, SBC cannot be earned when an account is inactive. So if you are inactive, you don't earn any SBC, and you cannot use SBC even when you are inactive. All right. So let's continue. I issue rewards at the end, beginning of the month. However, as Augustine once said, if your account isn't active when rewards are sent, you won't receive them. Becoming active a day or two later does not change this. So guys, if you are active, it is very important that you stay active, all right? Because if you're active today and tomorrow you're not active, it doesn't make sense. And admin went further by saying that you won't receive them. Becoming active a day or two later does not change this. The system only issues rewards to active accounts at the end of distribution. This is simple, fair, and just. All right. So don't be active today and tomorrow you are not more active. That is not going to really benefit you that much. To those who can be active but choose not to, good luck to you. Earning SBC monthly is your key to sustainability, and we are closer than ever to our goal. Once we reach 10K active members, the real work begins. SBC will shift towards education, and members will be required to participate in weekly educational modules. You will be tested on your knowledge at the end of each module. And while you will have unlimited attempts to pass, staying behind will only make it harder for you. So guys, you see, there is a clear plan. This is like a roadmap, all right? This is like a roadmap. You know, we want to be 10K members, and there is going to be educational models where you need to pass a test, right? You'll be tested to pass a test. Of course, I know it's not going to be difficult. There will be people to train you on that, so you don't need to even worry yourself on this. So don't feel like it's going to be a very hard task. No, it's not going to be a hard task, but you will need to pass those modules. Those are educational tools so that we affirm that you understand exactly what we are doing and for us to move forward, right? Between reaching 10K members and the launch of the SBC private fund, all active members will be required to maintain their activity and continue earning SBC. There will be program fees during this phase. However, once the funds is launched and you have completed all required education, your SBCBO account will transition to a self-sustaining status, eliminating the needs for subscription fees. Guys, I think this is something that all of us want to get here, right? We want to get in a situation where this fee or this program fee is not mentioned anymore, where we just have sustainability and we just move ahead, we just forge forward. So we need these private funds. We badly need it, because I was telling the admin today that please march forward, good luck to your meeting. We need this fund. That's what I was telling the admin today. You need to do everything to defend this community so that we should have access to this private fund. It's very important. From that point forward, I continue, right? From that point forward, continued education will still be required, and success will earn you monthly rewards to sustain your fund. So guys, even though we are going to be reaching 10K members, you will definitely need continued education. All right, you need continued education so that you can be able to have more monthly reward and sustain yourself with all what you have in place, right? You'll be able to sustain yourself with all this. Now, let's continue, guys. Let's continue. Investing in our future. Upon reaching 10K members, the administration will allocate funds to hire 10 educators, each representing a key region or country of influence, with more added as needed. Our development teams will revamp SBCBO into an educational platform where all active members will engage daily on weekly based on this curriculum. In parallel, the tech team will build the infrastructure to integrate SBC with funding systems. Guys, I hope that is very, very clear. So this platform known as the SBCBO, that's Simple Brilliant Community Back Office, right? So this is going to be an educational platform, all right? This is really going to be an educational platform which will permit everyone, all right? Which will permit everyone to learn, and everything will be revamped. All right, everything will be revamped to a platform where you can come here, integrate, still have fundings, and then get educated. A lot of infrastructures are going to be added onto it. I think this is just so beautiful. All of these efforts require the support of our active members. Of course, we need everyone. We need all hands on deck. Let's work together to reach 10K members by any means necessary. Let's encourage current active members to stay engaged, not just until we hit our goal, but for 3 to 6 months beyond that, because once the funds is launched, you will no longer have to pay for this community. You will instead be earning. 1 SBC will be equivalent to 1 grains of gold, right? So guys, imagine 1 SBC, many of you have thousands and thousands of SBC in your wallets, and imagine if one of it becomes 1 grains of gold, how that is just going to be so beautiful. You know the value for 1 grains of gold today, so you can multiply that. This is an opportunity. Earn as much SBC as you can. Guys, imagine that 1 SBC is going to be 1 grains of gold. 1 grains of gold today, is it $5 or $6, something like that? I don't know. But guys, imagine that if 1 SBC becomes 1 grains of gold, and every month, the administration gives you thousands of it. 1,000 of it, I don't know. Imagine that every month you have thousands of it. Multiply that by 1 grains of gold. Then you can understand how much you are making or how much you are accumulating during this phase. A final note on integrity. In December and January, I offered 10K SBC as an incentives. And this was approved by our sponsors. So you should understand that all decisions that the admin is doing here, he takes approval from these sponsors because they are the ones to provide the funds. They are the ones to provide the funds here. So definitely, if he's spreading these results or these rewards, he needs to talk to them if there will be necessary funds for this. All right. So let's continue. Some members attempted to exploit this by pooling resources. That ends this weekend. This is a win. Those who abuse SBC have been identified. I know you. I know who you are. But rather than penalizing you, I will simply undo those actions. Now you know better. So those of you who have been trying to create or produce malicious acts, those actions has been undone. So you need to just know yourself. Don't even try to come and protest about that because we know you. Let's move forward with peace, respect, and unity, regardless of where you stood in these debates. Final decision. Ultimately, the pool did not provide a clear direction. However, here is what remains firm. Active accounts have access to and earn SBC. Inactive accounts do not. The 1st to 5th of each month is critical. Make sure your account is active to avoid missing SBC or missing SBC rewards. If your account expires, That is your responsibility. For now, I will not zero out accounts that go dormant for 90 days. However, this remains a possibility in the future. Let's keep moving forward together. So, guys, the admin has made it very clear that for 90 days, he's not going to put any account on zero. All right. He's not going to put any account on zero, but you really need to take your responsibility and be active. So, no account be zero out. So before we go to the last block, I want to take one or two reaction, guys. Listen, just if you want to ask something or want to say something in regards to this block, don't bring me any old message, blah, blah, blah. Just tell me about this or give me a remark. I'll even appreciate more people talking about this particular block, this discussion that went on in our Telegram group. Is there someone who wants to discuss or want to say something about this before we move forward? Anybody? Anybody want to say something about this before we move forward? You can raise up your hands and we talk about it. Musa, is that what you want to say? On mute.
Yeah, good evening, everybody.
Hello.
Yes, I am here. Are you hearing me?
Yes, please.
Yeah, my question is the number of people active went down today as we are meeting now. I check it, instead of 8,000 is falling down to 7, and we still needed this 10,000. But my question is some people are paying $33 and others $10. How the fund will be allocated when
Okay, so
at
that
least
question is, I can't answer that question now because one, the fund is not here. Two, we are not at that stage where we need to talk about how funds will be allocated. There's a legal structure that needs to be set in place. And once that legal structure is set in place, the sponsors will therefore now decide. So I can't tell you how funds will be allocated now. What I'm interested now is what is the way forward now is what I'm reading on the blog. So if you have a reaction on that, it's fine. We talk about that.
Okay, another reaction on that.
Yes.
To me, what we need to do, we need to still encourage people to change a sponsor. The people did not do at least once, because some sponsors are not active and people are still keeping paying under them and they are not benefiting nothing from it. So if we all change the sponsors, we encourage that one because it's allowed once. So we all encourage that one. The base will be solid by the people who are paying. Okay. And then we'll try to reach the numbers with others who are not active.
Right.
Yeah, okay. That's my talk, but that's my opinion there.
Thank you very much for that suggestion. The admin will be watching this, so I'm sure he will definitely come to talk about it again next week. And I'll also hit his attention about this. I think there was a time that we mentioned this. There was a talk. There was much discussion about this. I think we'll come back to that. That should be a topic that the admin will definitely clarify about this, probably maybe next meeting or some other time. Thank you. All right, so guys, let's take another person. Famille Kieba from Abidjan, Côte d'Ivoire.
Yeah, thank you so much, CJ. Thank you so much for your hard work, because today you are the host, and you are still continuing to take care about the community. Thank you so much for that. Just my impression or my opinion about the decision concerning this blog you just read. The decision admin took is good decision, but I have one thing to explain. You see how many people we have in our Telegram group? More than 2,000. But look at the percentages concerning those who are voting and those who didn't vote.
Yeah.
Especially here, many people call me to ask me how we can they can try to vote. It means what? It means that we have many leaders in this group, but they don't know how to vote. I was so surprised for that. That's why I want to ask to admin to take care about such kind of experiences we are finding out concerning our members, so that for the next step concerning our platform, we have to take about such kind of education step. It's very important to you how to use all the platform or such kind of platform we have.
Right.
Which one we will use constantly to take care about our community. Can you imagine that those people don't know how to vote? It's very dangerous.
So you see why we are going to have educators on the platform just to educate people. So the admin said it's going to revamp the platform, our Kringle-Cash, our SBC right? So we are going to revamp it into an educational platform. So I think all of that is going to be answered, you know. So it's going to hire people in the community where things like this just come and then you ask questions and they teach you how to go about it. So
that's true. That's why I want
very, very pertinent, because we have a lot of people who don't really understand how to do some little things, simple things, and they are feeling frustrated, like they are being abandoned. So we don't make them. We should teach them, you know, and
absolutely
there will be a means for all of this to be. In fact, there'll be a solution for all this very soon.
Absolutely. That's why I said that I can say thank you so much for admin for all those things that is trying to prepare for the future of our community. This is what my humble contribution. Thank you so much.
The truth is that if you look at in the past, we lose a lot of members because they were not educated. They didn't have the right information. They didn't know where to go, who to meet, you know, and that made them to be frustrated, and some were scammed. A lot of things happen. So we don't want to go back there, but I think admin is trying to make it very, very beautiful, such that mistakes of the past should not repeat itself anymore.
That will be great. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome, Mr. Kweba from Abidjan.
Kweba, I told you. Kweba, K-I, Kweba.
Man, I'm telling you, I am going to destroy your name. Whether I like it or not, I'll destroy you, man. Let me just inform you, I'll keep destroying that name, man.
Thank you. Take care.
All right. We have another person, Mama Nuela Effie. So you want to unmute? Let's hear from you. Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning from here. Our CG. I'm very happy to hear your voice today, because your voice most of the time gives me courage, give me much courage. And honestly, whenever you speak or you talk to the community, it gives life to our marrow. Because for me personally, I love to hear your voice, because it is always clear for me to understand very well. That one apart. Then, based on what I want to say, the last speaker has partially talked about it, talking about maybe member helpers, because that is what I wanted to say last week, by begging the admin to put something that member helper in place, because from that member helper, I know that so many people that are interested about knowing one thing or the other in the community normally go to them for clarification.
Right.
So I will like the community or the admin or you people in the Privy Council to talk about it and look into it, so that it will restore it back for people like us.
I think that's why the admin is talking about educators. I think maybe that's the word he's using now. So I'm sure that that is in that regards.
All right. Then based on the blog we read this morning from my side, I really love what admin did. He tried to clarify it so that everybody will understand either the parties did want the vote, the something, we did sometime the vote.
Right.
Some parts voted for compulsion,
mm-hmm.
and those part that voted for compassion for the inactive wallets is they did well on their own side for being compassionate. Then the other part voted for progressing the community very fast, which
Right.
every part of the two groups, they did fine. And I thank God at the end, admin concluded by the wallets of inactive remain like that, that is not going to zero their wallets.
Right.
For the fact, number one reason is the inactive wallet can never receive any coins, any SBC
Yeah.
again.
Right. Right.
And the second one is that they are not going to use it until it is active. So I buy the idea, and I must commend the admin for the decision being made for that side. Finally, I beg everybody, all the leaders here, please. I normally advise us. Action speaks louder than voice.
Right.
For us to get to that 10,000, I believe if we are really serious, if we can tell ourselves the truth, we must get this number. It can't take us one week. But most of the time, you see so many people talking, but they don't put action. There are a lot of people behind the scene doing a marvelous work, but you can't hear them making noise too much. So I beg everybody, because I believe we have labored enough in this community.
Right.
Since we are getting close, very, very close to what we have been expecting, let us be serious in unity, work towards achieve that thing, so that at least we will have some rest. Because to me, I know it is not easy, but to become a millionaire it is not an easy something. You have to labor for it in order to get to the position you want to be. So please, I am begging the community to keep on campaigning for inactive members. This morning, I know how many I have called, and I hear I'm getting their responses. Let us get up this time around. We can see where the world is going. It is not going to better today. It is not going to be better tomorrow. But your betterment or whatever will depend on us. So let us get up and continue to campaign and bring them, the inactive members, back. I don't think it is too hard, even though it is hard. But when we are serious, we push towards it. I believe God will perfect it.
Amen.
Thank you so much. Once again, our CG, I beg you, may you continue to give us video of the meeting you normally use us previously. It helps somebody like me to get clearance from the meeting, please.
All right. Thank you very much, Mama Ify. I really appreciate your remark, and it's well noted. And work towards that. Really appreciate you. You're one of our mama in this community. You guys are so many, and you are really one of them, standing tall with us. And today we are still here, and we pray that God should keep on giving us the strength to move forward. All right. So we have another great leader. This is a leader that has also been standing very, very tall in this community, still from Nigeria. And he has one or two things to tell us in the name of Mr. Augustine from Nigeria. Welcome, sir.
You're welcome, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening to you.
And greetings, everybody. Good evening. And I want to applaud you, CJ, for your consistency. You've been excellent. I have two things to say. The first thing is we've built this community. If we were to look at the inception of this community, this year makes us 9 years. And okay, I have three things to say. Number one, by the time we are 10 years, we would have officially begun our funding. By the time we are 10 years, we have officially begun our funding. We are going to use this year to prepare the funding. There is something the administration will soon say that will make the community excited.
Boom.
And it is the reason why he had to have the meeting with the sponsors.
Are you saying that
I don't want to say more than that. I don't want to say more than that, please. Let the time
you know
speak.
something that we don't know?
Well, there is a lot of juice that is coming. All of us will soon be excited. You know, but I don't want to raise anyone's hope. Let the administration do that. So we are going to enjoy now there is a strategy. We have been in this community because a paradigm shift is about to happen. And that paradigm shift is the world switching to a gold-backed system. And Donald Trump is working on it. And Fox North is about to be audited, which is the trust where gold is being stored in the United States. And of course, Elon Musk is the one that is engineering that concept. And then there are some people that he would place to be overhead, which is supervise the auditing process. We don't know if actually there is gold there. But the bottom line is that between now and the next 1 year, the financial system will switch into a gold-backed system. And two things will happen. One, when that happens, the entire fiat system becomes worthless. And whatever money you have in your fiat system will not have any value. That is what will happen. Now, the intent of the administration, as it is now, is to see that before they reevaluate gold, we would have done a few things. One, we would have started the education system. Two, we would have built the technology that will help us swap SBC into our local banking system. Three, we would have set up our public notifications and sent it to the people that matter or the nations that matter. And then finally, we would have done a test run. All these things should be done this year. If we are not ready before the evaluation is completed, then it won't impact the value of our SBC. Whatever you have in your SBC, the probability of the gold being reevaluated is such that 1 grain of gold that is as at $6 may be $100 when it will be reevaluated. If some of you are listening to the updates, you will know that a lot is happening. And it's been since, I think, 1977 or 73. I can't remember when last it was done. But since then, it has maintained a value of 42.22. And inflation has made everything. In fact, there is a lot of imbalance. Donald Trump wants to wipe out the debts, and he wants to put in new systems that will ensure stability going forward. So a lot of things will happen, both on the public system and in our private system. But the intent of this community is to see that when Donald Trump has implemented that evaluation, if the value of your gold is $1,000, it should become at least $15,000. So you are going to have massive purchasing power by then. We have to get everything done this year. Now, I've mentioned two things. The first thing is that in about a year time, we are going to start our funding. Two, that every process has to be done this year. And then finally, we've learned from the past. We had member helpers who didn't understand what we were doing. And the administration is working in synergy with the sponsors to see that the next set of member helpers will be, I mean, if you can picture champions, if you can picture ninjas, if you can picture snipers, that they are good at their job, those are the next set of people that will be coming in as. So those are going to be professionals. We are going to come out in a grand style this year. And by the end of this year, our prediction is that our membership should be over 50,000. All these informations are given, will slowly be unfolding. Admin will soon post a blog, maybe before the end of this week, or maybe by next week, depending. He's going to put a blog, and that is going to be the beginning of the excitement. So everybody in the community, if you are still diddling, I think you should wake up now. Something is about to happen. Admin instructed me to tell the house, tell the community, tell everybody that what is going to happen is going to be the reason why our membership will get to over 10,000 between now and the end of first quarter. First quarter is next month. If you think I'm joking, hold on for the blog. So thank you so much for the audience, and I want to appreciate you, Dr. CJ, because I think you are a doctor. If you have stayed in this community for 9 years, you have gained that doctorate degree. So I'm giving you that doctor, Dr. CJ. Thank you so much for the time. Cheers. Bye for now.
All right. Thank you very much. Our senior leader, Augustine from Nigeria. Hope the message is very, very clear. So guys, that being said, I'm going to go back to the blog very quick so that we run up the day. We want to make this meeting very brief and straight to the point. You know, let me just quickly go back here. Let us see. This is SBC reward updates. That's like final balances corrected. All right. Your rewards and the final balances have been corrected. So I'm going to just read as the admin wrote here. We have completed the replay of the SBC rewards, ensuring accuracy across all wallets. It's important to acknowledge that a significant error occurred in September 2024, where many members received far more SBC than they should have. And unsurprisingly, not a single report was made. After thorough review, it was confirmed that September 2024 rewards were mistakenly duplicated. As a result, all anonymous transaction, pooling and peer-to-peer transactions have been reversed, which may explain any discrepancies in your current balance. However, we want to be clear, all right? So guys, I think this is very, very clear, right? The writing is clear on the board. September 24th or September last year, there was a very big mistake that happened in the wallets, in the system, and all that has been corrected, okay? So another point that the admin is saying is that the 150,000 plus transactions originally sent by the admin have been fully replayed. Your balance is now 100% accurate. Every wallet has been meticulously validated. If the system originally had or made an error in distribution, that error has now been corrected. We understand that changes in expected balances can be frustrating, but fairness and integrity demand that this adjustment be made. We ask that all members accept this resolution and move forward. Thank you for your understanding. All right. So guys, we have come to the end of our blog. Maybe if you have one more thing as a conclusion or message, if you have a message about the end of this or what we have discussed here today, that is going to be awesome for you to step out and let's hear from you. If not, we are just going to end the meeting. If you want to say something, make sure you just lift up your hands. I see somebody saying that let's break the barriers. I think I like this. Let's honor this person in the group. I don't know who that is, but somebody just wrote in the group that our take-home message should be, let's break the barriers. Yes, of course, guys, we need 10,000 members, right? We need 10,000 members. We need this to happen. We need admin is there struggling to get sponsors to make things happen. And we have some barriers that is maybe, I don't know, 1 or 2 barriers that is stopping us from hitting that 10,000 members. And somebody's giving us a take-home message in the chats that this take-home message, we should take it at heart. We should be able to break these barriers. And trust me, guys, I might have been a little bit busy with so many things, but by the time I will awaken, you know me, guys, that by the time I get up, the giant that is in me will make sure that each and every one of you sleeping will wake up, whether you like it or not. But before that happens, it is now that we need to start doing each and every part that we can do to move this community forward. We must do it. We should do it. Let's break the barriers. So guys, I'm going to unmute everyone. I want to thank Mr. Amechi, especially one of our senior leaders here. for being my co-host, and all the great leaders like Dada and all those people in Bangladesh and China, Philippines and India. I want to appreciate all of you guys for really being here and pushing forward. I see most of you are doing a kind of leaders meeting. I'm watching. Don't think I'm not watching, guys. I'm watching. My eyes are everywhere. Even if I'm quiet, I'm watching everything. And I want to encourage all of you, thanking you all, not forgetting Musa, Mama Effie, all those in the US, UK, Europe, Africa. All of you guys are fantastic. Until then, guys, let us all unmute and we honor our leader. He says, let's break the barriers. Everyone unmute.
Let's break the
Yeah,
barriers.
break the barrier.
Let's break the barriers.
Let's break the barriers. Let's break the
Yes.
barriers.
Let's break the barriers.
In
Break
thousands.
the barriers.
Break barriers.
Let us stand
break the
tall.
barriers.
Break the barriers.
Thank you very much.
Break it.
Yes.